Here's the truth. Your subconscious mind controls 95% of your daily thoughts. That means you're really only aware of about 5% of what's really going on. Do you want to tap into that 95%? Stay tuned and we're going to dive right in.
What would your life be like if you were finally able to unlock the key to manifesting the life of your dreams? If you're ready to transform your life by mastering the art of manifestation, then stay tuned. The Manifestation Society Show with Allison Carver is just for you.
Welcome to the Manifestation Society Show with Allison Carver, where every week we showcase the most brilliant female powerhouses and their amazing manifestation stories. This talk show is meant to inspire you. I want you to know that you can do this too. You can easily leverage the power of manifestation to live your best life ever. I'm your host, Allison Carver, and I can't wait to take you on this amazing journey. Now, before I introduce you to today's incredible guest, let me share with you the affirmation of the day. I am allowing miracles into my life every day. Repeat this to yourself and know that it is true. You are allowing miracles in your life every day. Miracles are happening everywhere. To you, around you, for you. You just have to shift your perspective and be open to seeing those miracles. Because once you're aware that they're happening, watch out, your life is about to change. Today, we are in for a special treat. We have with us the incredible Emmanuelle Aranda. She is a success and mindset coach, and I can't wait to hear all of the juicy stories she's going to share with us. Welcome, Em. We're so happy to have you here.
Hi, how are you?
I am so good. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait for this conversation.
Me too. I'm super excited. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Now, why don't you share with us a little bit about how you got started in the whole mindset world?
My story started about 2 years ago when I was dealing with all day, everyday anxiety. And I met an NLP coach, which she transformed my entire life. She tapped into my mindset and really she brought me to a place of healing myself, healing my anxiety, but also showing me everything that was possible for myself. And I will forever be thankful for meeting her and exploring the mindset, subconscious mind, through her teachings, and afterwards decide to get certified myself.
Okay, I have 100 questions, but let me first start with, what is NLP?
NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's basically the science of the subconscious mind.
Can you also tell us what is the subconscious mind and the conscious mind? Explain that, because I know that can be really confusing.
Our whole childhood, we are developing with our subconscious mind. We are saving memories, learnings, and all that in our subconscious mind, which is 95% of our brains, our entire mind. Now, we do, as around the age 7, 8, we tend to we forget about the subconscious mind and go on with our everyday life with the conscious mind, which is about 5% of our entire brain capacities and abilities. Now, the difference is that when we tap into the subconscious mind, we get to release a lot of the pain and anger and limiting beliefs from our childhood because they're locked into the subconscious. And then when we do the work, when we release all of the subconscious mind's BS, we get to create a lot of magic with the conscious mind. So both of those brains working together are amazing to show results in manifestation and anything that you're tapping into.
Okay, so you're saying anyone over the age of 7 has both a conscious mind and a subconscious mind?
Absolutely, yes. We are raised with our subconscious mind because we're just learning everything. We're basically sponges between the age of 0 and 7, and that's why everything that we do, we teach our kids, our children. They store the memories. It's in them. It's somewhere. It can be pain, trauma, happiness. It can be anything, but that's all stored into the subconscious mind. It doesn't just disappear. It's there and it stays there.
Wow. So does that mean that if you need to do work as an adult, that you have to tap into your subconscious mind?
Basically, you can let go of limiting beliefs, do the shadow work, release anything from your childhood that you may remember or you may not remember, but it's somewhere in you. And you can really create new neural pathways in order to forge like that limitless abundance, personality, way of living, mindset, and all of that. But you need to do the shadow work to release. You can go back in time. There are so many techniques, and you can release anything that's holding you back. It can be trauma. It can be people around you, their own beliefs that were like engraved in you that are not your own. You can release anything. You can basically create a whole new way of living, a new mindset, just by doing the mindset work and going back into your subconscious mind.
That is unbelievable that we can have the power to change our mindset now as an adult. You know, when you first started talking, I was thinking like, wow, like we're really set in stone by the time we're 7. But what you're saying, Em, is that that's not the case, that we can change our entire trajectory of our life by changing our mindset.
Absolutely. The brain is a muscle. The brain is an organ that you get to revisit, and you can shape it, model it the way you need it to in order for it to serve you in the best way it can. The brain is limitless. We are the ones who put those limits, those boundaries around the brain and everything that we're able to do with the brain.
You've got to tell us, what are some things that we can do to help start that process to change our minds? You mentioned things like shadow work, limiting beliefs. Can you go into more details about all that stuff?
There's so many techniques in NLP. My favorite ones, you can start with affirmations. Affirmations are super easy. They're accessible. Journal prompts, asking yourself the hard questions, and actually make time to take the time to really tap into whatever is triggering you. Anything, like you can just journal, you can free write, you can script. I also have a technique that I've used for many of my clients. I call it the circle of desires, because anything that you don't want in your life, it's so easy to know what we don't want, what does not serve us, what we're tired of. But doing the opposite and knowing what we want is the hardest thing. People tend to struggle with this when we ask them, you can decide anything. What do you want? And people are like, I don't know. You can like draw a circle. This is an exercise I do. I did it for myself. I do it for my clients. We draw a circle and we write everything that we don't want outside of the circle. So it can be anything from, I don't want to hold on to this trauma. I don't want to struggle for money. I don't want to work my 9 to 5. I don't want to argue with my spouse. I don't want anything, whatever. And then inside the circle, you write the opposite. So I want to live a successful lifestyle. I want to be in an abundant relationship, in a healthy, loving relationship. I want to be happy in my 9 to 5, my career, my business. And then you cut out the circle. You throw away, you burn, whatever. You just release the stuff that you don't want, and you hold on to the circle. That becomes your circle of desire. And when you hold on to that, you start having a vision of what you want for yourself. Simple.
That is such a beautiful practice. Thank you for sharing that. That just gives me chills when you shared that, because I love how you cut out the circle and you throw away the things you don't want. That is so beautiful. So how does your mindset impact what you're trying to manifest?
When you have that vision for yourself, when you know exactly what's in that circle, those are your desires, those are where your happiness is, you get to make yourself a list of goals. You get to achieve them. You get to have the confidence, the motivation even to really dive into this, because you know that this is what's going to make you the happiest. This is your truest desires. And you can even take it a step further and start creating vision boards, because vision boards are very, very powerful. You get to go in with setting intentions, really calling in your intuition. What is it do I want? Like, what images resonate with me? What are my desires? What do I envision for my higher level self's vision and her dream life? Like, what are my truest desires? Because here's something that I say all the time: whatever you desire, you deserve. There's no going back. Whenever you start understanding that, you become limitless. And vision boarding is a perfect tool. Again, it's accessible to everyone. It's so easy and it's fun. And you get to really map out with images or even textures or anything that just you're feeling called to put on that board. You really start the manifestation process. You start envisioning and you start you can actually make time every single day to visualize and take it a step further and like do your meditation with your vision board in mind and really start attracting those desires, because you're going to see that very, very shortly, you're going to start seeing those desires, those visions coming to life. It doesn't take that much time. It just takes belief, it takes intention, and it takes a vision.
What would you say to somebody who doesn't believe? Let's say you're coaching a client who has done the vision board, they know what they want, they know that what's within their circle of desire, but in their heart, they're having a really hard time believing that it's possible for them.
For someone who doesn't believe, I would say there's a limiting belief there. We have to do some shadow work. We need to let go of something, because there's a reason why you're not believing in yourself. Is it your potential? Is it your worthiness of having those things? There's something there. Then the second thing I would say is, why do you desire these things if you're feeling called to having those things, if you don't believe it in yourself that you're capable of achieving those things? Again, it's something to do with the subconscious mind. There's work to be done. But I would also add, as a third part to this question, is why don't you prove yourself wrong? Try it once and just see what's actually possible. The possibility of possibilities. This quote changed everything for me. That's when I truly started believing in myself. The possibility of possibilities. Trust it.
That's beautiful, because you're right. Like, knowing that something is in your heart and you have a desire for it, that means that it's available to you, right? Like, it's possible for you, it's available, and you can have it if it's something you truly, truly want. And I think that's so beautiful about the manifestation process. And I love how you shared that there's layers to this, right? Like, there's layers to your mindset. So believing that it's a possibility is part of it, but then also the shadow work. Can you share what that is? You've mentioned that a couple times. What is shadow work?
Shadow work, basically, it's letting go of anything that's haunting you. And doing shadow work, you're going to have to do it for the rest of your life. Whenever you feel something triggering you or creeping in, it can be low self-esteem. It can be doubting your abilities to make money. It can be low self-confidence. It can be being unworthy. Those are shadow works, because it's like this ghost that's following you and it's trying to slow you down. Don't let it. If you do the shadow work, if you go back inside your feelings, inside your mind, and you can pinpoint actually what triggers you, journal, meditate, go on a walk, whatever. Just do something to understand, to acknowledge, to identify, and to release. You're going to be on a much faster mindset growth, because you're just going to be releasing. You know that these things are not serving you. You know that these things are just here to slow you down. But when you know how to release them and say, you know what, I don't need this. I've outgrown this feeling. I know exactly how to reset my entire vibe. You get to create magic.
I have to say, you have really brought in some really enlightening points about how to envision your life and manifest the best possible version of yourself. I feel like, for me, especially when you were talking about vision boarding, right? Because most people think vision boarding is what? Like cutting out pictures from a magazine and using a glue stick and gluing them onto a poster board. I know for me, that's how I think about vision board planning. But let's really dive deeper into the whole envisioning and manifesting your best life. What would you say is where people should start, the number one tip on where they should start to how to start that process with vision boarding?
The number one place to start is with your energy, the way you feel, because when you're going to be creating that vision board, that dream life vision for yourself, you need to go all in with your energy. You need to be in the bestest, most epic mindset ever. You need to feel like that energy, like you need to feel the effervescence. That's the energy that you need to create that vision board, and then make the vision board a manifestation, like a real life manifestation. You want to make sure that you're going all in. I mean, I do it with like a glass of rosé, candle, good music. I'm prepping myself up to receive whatever messages I'm feeling called to instinctively to cut out and to glue on my cardboard, my frame. I also go all in with I create like structures and zones. So basically I create something for my business, something for my clients, something for my relationship with my husband, something with my family, travels, lifestyle, house, decor, whatever. Like I have sections for everything, but I go all in with like the bestest energy. And then if I feel like I've done too much for one day, I'll put it aside until I feel like I can revisit it. And you'll know when your vision board is complete. Like you'll just feel it, and then you can start like gluing everything. But what's super, super important is the intention that you're putting in. I want people to put their vision boards together while they're imagining it. They're visualizing how it would feel to actually live this life, because this life, again, is possible for you if you're desiring it. And then you just release it. You can revisit it every once in a while, maybe once a day, once every other day or something like that. Revisit it, but let it go. Trust that it's coming. It's kind of like that check is in the mail situation. You want to trust that the visions that you have on your board are manifesting and they're on their way to you. So just release. It's going to show up in ways that you're not expecting, but you're going to be able to manifest complete vision boards in no time.
I have to say that is a tip that I have never heard anybody say about the energy that you're coming into it matters. It feels like that's what matters the most, right? You set that intention and you are in the right headspace and having all of the good vibes before you even start the project. That is incredible, Em. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I mean, this is exactly how I was able to manifest all of my vision boards. And I manifest a few every year because it's all about the energy. Everything is energy. The computer where we're like speaking is energy. This table that's holding my stuff is energy. The air that I'm breathing, the money, whatever, everything is energy. So when you start tapping into the relationship that you have with energy and the intentions that you put behind anything that you do, it's really that's actually the magic. That's where the little spark is, and that's where you're going to be opening the portals to even more abundance and manifestation and dreams and desires.
Thank you. You have inspired me to redo my vision board because I'm not sure I was setting the right intention, and I certainly didn't have a glass of rosé when I started mine. So now I know I need to have my wine, set a candle to really make this vision a reality. Thank you so much for sharing with us your expertise and all these amazing nuggets of information you shared. This has been incredible, Em. I know my viewers are going to want to work with you and they are ready to dream up their best life. Tell us, how can they get started on the process?
I have a guide called Your Dream Life Vision Board, and it's available on my website, routinesofafrenchgirl.com. It's free. It's available. This is something that everyone has been asking me for months and months and months. So I decided to just go all in and share my bestest tips, exactly how I've been able to manifest dream boards after vision boards after vision boards or dream boards. And yeah, so I share exactly how to set up the intention, the mood, how to tap into your energy, your masculine and feminine energy when you're creating your vision board, and also how to release and let go and surrender and trust. So this guide is absolutely complete. I have girls reaching out to me who've done the guide, who've done their vision boards, actually already manifesting their like promotions, dream clients, relationships, just a lot of things already being manifested just because of this free guide. So guys, this is exactly why I've created this. There's no secrets. I'm giving everything away.
Thank you so much. This is incredible. I can't wait to grab my copy of your vision board set. I just can't wait to do it. You have inspired me, and I know you've inspired my viewers. So thank you again for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I enjoyed spending time with you. It was such a fun experience.
Thank you all so much for watching and for joining me for another episode of the Manifestation Society show with Allison Carver. Be sure to catch me every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and I will see you next time.